Hey, we're the Regrets, and we're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
You guys met each other at School of Rock while you guys were taking lessons there. How did that really happen for you?
School of Rock was like 2-3 years ago. So we reformed as a band December, January,
Okay.
like this year.
This year?
Yeah. Well, December last year. But so pretty much I was in a two-piece and the drummer left, and then I was like, wait, I don't want to be in a two-piece anymore, and I know all these cool people that should join me in this project. So then they did, and now we're here.
Yeah. And we're sitting in this room because of that.
Right.
All of
Yeah,
those things,
exactly.
all those moments that led up to now.
Exactly.
Now, when you guys were at School of Rock, getting your lessons, is this the kind of music that you guys all wanted to pursue, or did you guys all have different influences? Let's start with you.
I don't think I really had an idea. I think I like all types of music, and I get inspired by everything, and so I kind of was just under the thought that whatever happens, and whatever music comes to me, and whatever I write, I'm going to write, and that's what's going to be good for me in that moment because it's what's meant to be.
Nice.
I think School of Rock is really, really good at giving kids like a foundation in music taste, kind of, and then like you play all these classic bands, and by classic I mean like David Bowie, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, like all those bands are like your foundation, and then you start to kind of build your own taste, I think, from that, which is really cool, and you kind of learn how to, I don't know, you learn how to discover bands and like develop a taste through that. But I think we all like that music, but we also like a lot of different things too. So yeah.
I think Sage's answer, she put it very well,
Yeah.
so I'm going to have to
My
agree with
answer.
that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I think we're influenced by so many people that we all have very similar tastes. We were talking about this earlier, how we have similar tastes but different degrees of love for different things, but we love the same essential
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
one person will love the Velvet
A little
Underground more
more.
than someone else, and then one person loves Prince a little more, but we all love them, but
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
just degrees
You
of
guys
how
all love
much
them for
we
different reasons.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
it
different
blends.
levels. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. And you just said you guys reconnected like not that long ago.
Yeah.
So we're here at Warner Brothers now, and that's your label. So
Wow.
how did that happen for you guys? Not a lot of artists get signed
know.
so quickly.
It happened. Like a lot of people say this stuff doesn't really happen overnight, and it didn't, but it felt like it because it happened really fast. But pretty much I met with Mike Elizondo, who's our producer and A&R here. The love of our lives. We love him
father.
so much.
Mike,
He is
we
our
love you.
dad. We love you so much, with a passion. And met him on a Wednesday, and then I like met him in his studio, but like nothing. It was just like meeting, like very casual. We obviously meet a lot of people. It wasn't anything like, I didn't think anything of it. He was really cool though. And then that Friday, I had a meeting with our management, and then he kind of crashed the meeting and was like, "Hey, you want to sign with Warner?" And I was like, "Oh, what? Like what? Who is this guy?" But
Like a fun question. It was
I
like
mean,
like a business thing.
it's amazing. No, and like they're the best. They're just the best. Like I'm not just trying to say this because we're on their label, but you think major label and it's kind of like, ooh, like scary, manufactured, weird shit goes down, like, oh no. But with Warner, they let an artist grow and do their thing. Like we have ideas that are no other label, like our single we put out is very controversial, that a lot of labels I doubt would put out as a band's first song, let alone ever, especially with our age. And they were like, oh my God, that's what we love about you,
We couldn't be more lucky
Yeah.
to be with Warner.
Oh my
like
God.
we couldn't be any more lucky.
Sounds like we're like
it sounds
drilling
like
them,
we're
but
it's like it
they're
sounds
amazing.
fake, but we couldn't be more
Yeah.
happy and excited to be doing it. All of this.
You guys experienced some touring not that long ago with Taco Cat. Yeah, exactly. I can't say it the way you did. It was a small little tour that you guys did, but what was that experience like for you guys? Have you guys experienced touring before?
We did a short little tour earlier this year to South by Southwest, and that was really fun, but definitely different because it was a lot of away from home shows, and it was a nice like getting to know each other or getting to re-know each other really, and like experience what we are like as a group for a week.
Yeah.
But this tour was really fun. I guess you could talk about it more.
I don't
know.
know.
I feel like I talked too much.
No, not at all. I think Taco Cat is honestly out of all the bands, and we love all the bands that we've like played with and worked with, but they are the nicest people I think I've ever met, just because
Authentic.
and they like are so real, and we can have real conversations with them and like really connect to them, and it's not just like, because everyone's super nice to each other and very like, hi, nice, but with them it was like, let's sit here and have a conversation and tell me about yourself and tell me about your life, and it's like, wow, okay. Who doesn't like talking about that?
Like, let's be friends.
Yeah,
Instead of like, let's be band friends,
yeah, let's be real friends.
Yeah.
And they've been doing some stuff for a while. So did you guys like pick up anything, or did they teach you guys anything about touring or being a musician or going in the studio?
Yeah, they've been on the road for 8 years. So we saw like just
That's
the
a long tour.
Yeah, and they're all still together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been together for 8 years touring, and it's 3 girls and 1 guy. And so I feel like to see that, it's like, yeah, we want in 8 years we all still want to be making music and doing all this. Like, so it's awesome. They taught us and showed us by example a lot of things that they did and how they got along, and seeing them interact and interacting with them was just
And like
so
the reason
fun.
they've been together so long is literally because they're good people and they all love each other and they communicate and they're great, and that's what we strive to be. So it was like a cool, and they're honest about it. Like they were saying, like it's really tough a lot of times, like going on the road for like 3 months in a row is like crazy, and you kind of go a little crazy, but it's just important to like, give yourself breaks when you're home and stuff. And I don't know, they gave us a lot of cool advice, and they're just the best. They're so cool.
And you're mentioning all these good things that you guys got from that tour, but were there any like difficulties that you guys experienced? Maybe something that you might consider next time you're on tour? You seem
Well,
like you
at our last show, we encounter this a lot more than we should. I feel like it's kind of silly, but 21 and over venues and shows.
Sometimes we're not allowed to stay and hang out.
Yeah,
we
we
can't
have
sell
some-
merch, which
we're
is
not
kind of a
allowed to
problem.
sell merch?
Yeah, they won't even write X's on our hands or do anything. They're like, no, you gotta leave.
I
I
don't
mean,
think it's
it's
so much. I
legal.
don't think it's so much that they're not letting us in. It's the way someone might approach it, because we're young. A lot of people belittle us and go, "Oh, you're so lucky to be here. Like, wait out back.
Yeah, exactly.
You're so fortunate to be here. Wait out back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we are fortunate.
Of course we are,
But
it's different.
We want to be able to sell merch and
Yeah,
do those things and be
exactly.
treated
Yeah.
as
We want to be able to hang out with
the musicians
people that
we
watched
are.
our show and like
True,
want to
and
talk
talk
to
them. Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But next time, we've decided we're bringing a folding table so we can set up out front when that happens, and we're gonna make it work. Yeah.
Was this the first time you guys stepped foot in the studio, and what was that like for you guys?
Well, we made a full record, so we didn't. I'm
Aside,
out there. So we have. So when we went into the studio, it wasn't just for recording this song. That song is from a batch of songs. Yeah, or no, of all the songs, new songs. But yeah.
have yet to be released.
I mean, we've all, I think, been into studios, but not like that. This is like the real deal. It was like, oh my God, it's Can-Am. So it was like it was
not your bedroom anymore.
I
Like this
remember
is
the first time, because after that meeting, I went, and then I went back to rehearsal with them, and I was like, guys, this is the fucking craziest place I've ever been in my entire life, and you're gonna walk in, you're gonna pass out. Do you remember like how I was so?
remember going in there.
I know.
Like, I was
It's
getting
like
ready.
just walls of every instrument ever, and
Playground.
yeah, but also it's not like you think. I don't know. I like studios like that sometimes could be scary depending on who works there, because it's like this big, like crazy, amazing, beautiful place, and you like don't want to touch anything and stuff. But we literally, it felt like home. Like leaving there and being done with the record was one of the worst days of my life.
It was
It
emotional.
I cried. I swear
were
I
there for,
cried.
like,
It
a
was like,
month
yeah,
straight.
it was like camp. It was like summer camp. It was so fun.
with Mike. What was it like working with him in the studio? Like every producer really gets you guys to try new things. So was there something that you guys tried differently that you've never done before?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
The whole album was,
Yeah.
was live to tape. Like we'd never
was
done
live
any
on
of that.
tape.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was also, I think, kind of being satisfied with one take was kind of hard, because I think, I mean, I'm used to, like, I'm very, like, when it comes to my drumming and more perfection, like
Right.
gotta get everything right. But some of it's kind of cool when you don't play it like exactly like it.
A lot of
And
them
he
were like
was-
3 takes.
Yeah, a lot of them were 3 takes and really quick. But it's like one of those things where just like be satisfied, and then you realize how actually
it
cool
good.
it is
Yeah.
when you really
Yeah.
think you did something wrong, but
Yeah.
you
Because
didn't.
those were some of the rough moments after we would
Yeah.
be doing takes, and it's all 4 of us having to be perfect at once. And so
Yeah.
if one person slips, like if I slip up on a
That's
part,
all
I'd be
over.
like, "Damn, that was that part. Like I could have done it. I knew what I
Yeah,
was doing." And
exactly.
so it was like Max said, it was so I didn't even ever think of that. It was such a big growing experience for all of us.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either. But like also Mike is like, if I were a producer, I'm not patient, so I would be like, come on, like do it again,
so
get it right.
patient.
He is the most I can't even stress this enough. So patient, such a patient guy. Like we would, if we had to like keep going over a part or like relearn it, like just like keep drilling it, he's like, okay, let's do it again. Like he's so calm and like collected, and I was like, what is he thinking in that brain of his? He must be like screaming or something, but he's not.
We lit
No,
incense once, and we could tell he didn't want to, but we were still lighting them, and his face was like the whole time you could see the pain in his
Hey,
eyes.
what's that smell, guys?
Hey guys, it's getting a little intense in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Too
To, like,
nice.
say anything. That was so funny. He's just like, oh, okay. He like let us do our thing, but he was very okay. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Reserved about the incense.
Right. So we got a taste of the first single from the record. How similar is that to the rest of the record? Is that
So different.
what we're gonna?
Right.
Really?
Every song is really different, but they all kind of fall under the same principles, I think, in a way. I don't know. There's like,
Yeah, they
There's,
all
like-
fit together, but
There's
their
a rap-
range is a
there's-
range.
yeah, a
of
huge range. There's a
things
rap
that's-
song on the record. There is a, well, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. Yeah. There's like a
it's
lot of like
funky.
punk songs on, like it's very, the entire record is like this. I think it covers a spectrum of every emotion that I've felt in the past like year or two, and it's very obvious because I write like, I think we all write. I mean, how most writers write is like when they're going through something, they're like, I'm really mad, I'm gonna write a song, or I'm like so happy, like I'm gonna write a song, or I'm feeling really confused, I'm gonna write a song. Like that's why you write, because it's like to kind of get it out. And I think it's really obvious on this record.
Did you guys get together for the writing process of the record, or did you guys all do it in your own time?
Well, for this record in particular, it's pretty much all except for one songs that I had written before we got together, but now we're starting to write as a band. So the next record is going to be probably way more of like a collaboration, I think.
Yeah, totally. We're excited to continue
Yeah.
and do all this. I think with what Lydia was saying in the song that we just released, Living Human Girl, she says sometimes she goes through like moody, lazy, crazy, angry, happy, and those like, and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm that way, sometimes I'm not. And I feel like the songs in the album, when it's released, you'll see like every song goes through all of those emotions and how you are and are not those things all at once. And it
Yeah.
seriously is like an expansion
journey.
of that.
Living
Yeah, it's a
Human Girl
journey.
is like, when you read the back of a book and it gives you like a little synopsis. It's
Right.
kind of basically
Totally.
what it is.
Yes.
Nice. That's
That was a good one.
that's a good one. Definitely. Now, you guys have a new single coming out real soon. Can you guys talk a little bit about the single?
We have a song coming out next week. It's called Hey Now. Just making sure. We're actually filming the video this week, so we're very excited about that. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Will you guys be in this video as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is it's us.
More
like
in depth.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool because the first video is like a little like the foot is kind of dipping into the pond, and now you're just like jumping in. This is us. Here we are. Hey. But this song is cool because I wrote it at a time when I really liked someone, and it was in that because I feel like when everyone has a crush, like they get in this like whiny stage, or at least I do, because like I said, I'm very impatient, and I'm like, come on, just like do something. What are you doing? Like I need to know what the deal is. I'm not gonna wait around. So it's like my whiny song.
Every single person's felt whiny, maybe not been able to admit it,
Yeah.
but they felt it. And the
Yeah.
fact that it's people can admit it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that way. This is how I feel. I want something now.
Yeah. No.
Now.
To close us off, why should people check you guys out? What's so different about The Regrets?
Because we're fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not
Yeah,
kidding.
we are cool though, so
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I wasn't really kidding.
Max,
wow.
loud and proud.
Honestly, because these are the songs that I wish I had when I was younger, going through things, like especially living human girl. Like, people should listen because it'll help them.
Right.
More than anything, it's honestly because these songs are solid and they speak to people. We want to get these
Like a
messages out. There's
message.
something we have to say.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh wait. Sorry. I was just gonna say also like what she was saying. Like all the music is very honest and extremely relatable to the point where like we are your friends and we want to be your friends and we want you to listen to our music and like be our friends, because that's my favorite part of listening to music, is listening to a song and being like, oh my god, there's someone that I don't know but it still feels like they're there for me in this weird way, but it's so
Like
cool.
You're saying what everybody's thinking.